Superman is DC's most powerful hero with solar-powered strength that has protected Earth for decades. The last son of Krypton combines superhuman strength, speed, and heat vision with smart tactics learned from countless battles. Green Goblin is Marvel's top tech-using villain who fights with advanced weapons and mind games. Norman Osborn brings military-grade gear, enhanced reflexes, and genius-level smarts twisted by chemicals into crazy strategies. This fight tests whether massive physical power can beat high-tech cunning backed by psychological warfare. Superman brings proven strength that has beaten gods and universal threats through direct fighting. Green Goblin counters with advanced weapons and mental tricks designed to find opponent weak spots. Their clash would wreck urban areas as raw power meets calculated chaos. We'll see how each fighter's skills work when brute force faces tactical madness. Superman's physical dominance. Superman's solar-powered body creates strength levels that move planets and survive star explosions without breaking a sweat. His speed reaches faster than light travel with combat reflexes that handle threats in microseconds across multiple attack directions. Heat vision works at nuclear fusion temperatures with precision targeting that can perform brain surgery or melt steel at interplanetary distances. Freeze breath creates absolute zero temperatures that can instantly freeze entire city blocks or make ice walls strong enough to stop planetary impacts. His toughness has survived reality, warping attacks, time control, and dimensional forces that would erase normal matter from existence. X-ray vision sees through most materials while microscopic vision spots attacks at the atomic level before they happen. Flight gives him three-dimensional battlefield control with unlimited range and speed scaling. His invulnerability extends to mental attacks, poisons, and energy weapons that work beyond normal physics. Solar absorption means his power levels go up during long fights instead of going down. The key factor is his ability to stay at full combat power in any environment or threat level without worrying about running out of energy. Superman's tactical thinking comes from decades of fighting opponents stronger than him through smart strategy and quick adaptation. He has beaten Darkseid, Brainiac, Doomsday, and other cosmic-level threats by finding weak spots in seemingly unbeatable power systems. His battlefield analysis handles multiple problems while keeping clear strategic goals under extreme psychological pressure. He adapts tactics in real time based on opponent abilities, environmental changes, and civilian safety needs. Military leadership experience includes running Justice League operations against universal threats while staying effective in individual combat. His psychological profile shows calculated escalation that matches force levels to threat assessment rather than always using maximum power. Strategic thinking includes knowing when direct assault becomes counterproductive and switching to alternative approaches that exploit opponent dependencies. Superman's greatest tactical asset is staying rational when facing opponents designed to trigger emotional responses. His moral code creates both strategic limits and psychological advantages that opponents struggle to predict or counter effectively. The question becomes whether disciplined combat approach can beat opponents who deliberately abandon rational tactical frameworks. Superman's battlefield control works through his ability to control engagement range, timing, and environmental factors across multiple combat scenarios. His speed advantage lets him choose when and where fights happen instead of responding to opponent moves. Heat vision provides both precision strikes and area denial that force opponents into predictable movement patterns. Freeze breath creates environmental hazards that limit opponent mobility while providing defensive cover for tactical repositioning. Flight negates most terrain advantages while providing superior observation angles for threat assessment. His greatest strength lies in forcing opponents out of prepared positions through relentless pressure that exceeds their ability to use complex strategies. Superman's toughness allows taking significant damage to gather intelligence on opponent abilities before committing to specific tactical approaches. Environmental awareness extends to using urban infrastructure, weather patterns, and available resources as force multipliers. His tactical experience includes victories over technology-dependent opponents through systematic disruption of equipment and support systems. The key question is whether his straightforward fighting style can beat enemies who use mind games to mess with his emotions. Green Goblin's tech arsenal. Green Goblin's enhanced body through Goblin formula provides superhuman strength, speed, and reflexes that rival enhanced humans while keeping human tactical flexibility. His strength reaches levels that let him trade blows with Spider-Man and other enhanced opponents without mechanical help. Enhanced reflexes provide combat speed sufficient to dodge bullets and energy weapons while maintaining precision control over multiple tech systems. Healing factor speeds up recovery from injuries that would put normal humans out of action for weeks. His greatest physical asset is stamina that allows sustained high-intensity combat without getting tired. Mental enhancement creates genius-level intelligence combined with complete abandonment of ethical constraints that limit tactical options. Goblin formula effects include unpredictable psychological states that make his tactical decisions difficult for opponents to predict or counter. His enhanced senses provide battlefield awareness that rivals enhanced human abilities while keeping access to tech augmentation. Physical toughness withstands impacts and energy attacks that would kill unenhanced humans. The key factor is enhancement levels that provide superhuman ability without losing human tactical creativity and adaptability. Green Goblin's tech superiority comes from access to Oscorp military research and unlimited money for equipment development. His Goblin glider provides high-speed aerial mobility with integrated weapon systems including missiles, machine guns, and energy projectors. Pumpkin bombs range from regular explosives to specialized devices including gas weapons, fire charges, and electromagnetic pulse generators. His costume includes armor plating that stops small arms fire while keeping mobility and flexibility for aerial combat. Equipment variety covers every tactical scenario from stealth infiltration to open warfare through modular weapon systems. Goblin arsenal includes razor bats for precision cutting, sonic devices for crowd control, and chemical weapons designed to exploit specific body weaknesses. His tech edge extends to surveillance systems, communication jamming, and electronic warfare that disrupt opponent coordination. Financial resources ensure equipment replacement and upgrade cycles that keep tech advantages over long campaigns. Backup systems include hidden supply caches, automated support platforms, and backup protocols for equipment failure. His greatest tech asset is adaptability that allows real-time equipment modifications based on opponent abilities revealed during combat. Green Goblin's psychological warfare becomes his most effective weapon through deliberate exploitation of opponent moral codes and emotional triggers. His tactical approach focuses on creating scenarios where opponents must choose between tactical advantage and protecting innocence. Osborne's intelligence networks provide detailed psychological profiles that identify specific fears, relationships, and ethical limits for targeted manipulation. His reputation for unpredictable violence creates hesitation in opponents who cannot predict escalation patterns or target selection criteria. Mental instability becomes tactical advantage through decision-making processes that appear random but follow internal logic designed to maximize opponent confusion. Green Goblin excels at forcing opponents into reactive positions where they respond to his moves rather than using their own strategic plans. His greatest psychological weapon is complete willingness to accept collateral damage that forces opponents with moral codes into defensive positions. Environmental destruction serves both tactical and psychological purposes by showing escalation potential while limiting opponent response options. Combat psychology includes using civilian hostages, property destruction, and threat escalation to manipulate opponent tactical choices. The critical question is whether psychological manipulation can create sufficient tactical openings to overcome massive power level differences through strategic exploitation of ethical constraints. The final confrontation. The fight begins with Green Goblin establishing aerial superiority through glider mobility while deploying area denial weapons to control Superman's approach vectors. His opening move involves targeting civilian areas to force Superman into defensive positions that limit his offensive options. Pumpkin bomb deployment creates multiple explosion zones that Superman must navigate while staying aware of potential hostage situations. Green Goblin's tactical analysis reveals that Superman's moral code prevents immediate maximum force use, creating windows for equipment deployment and psychological pressure. His missile systems prove useless against Superman's toughness, but succeed in creating environmental destruction that limits tactical options. Superman responds by using heat vision to neutralize explosive devices before detonation while closing distance through direct aerial approach. His speed advantage negates most of Green Goblin's evasion attempts while his invulnerability makes conventional weapons useless. Green Goblin adapts by switching to gas-based attacks designed to exploit potential respiratory vulnerabilities. Superman's alien physiology proves immune to Earth chemical weapons, while his freeze breath neutralizes airborne toxins. The first tactical phase establishes that conventional weapons cannot harm Superman, while his direct approach threatens to end the confrontation through overwhelming force application. Green Goblin escalates psychological warfare by targeting specific locations with emotional significance while broadcasting threats against civilian populations. His intelligence on Superman's personal connections allows targeted pressure against friends, family, and symbolic locations that force defensive tactical choices. Osborne's greatest success comes from recognizing Superman's reluctance to use lethal force and exploiting this limitation through escalating violence that demands immediate response. His hit-and-run tactics using superior local knowledge of urban terrain create multiple simultaneous threats that divide Superman's attention. Chemical weapons shift to advanced Oscorp formulations designed specifically for alien physiology based on available intelligence. Superman counters by using X-ray vision to track Green Goblin's movement patterns while identifying supply caches and support equipment for systematic destruction. His tactical adaptation includes accepting property damage to neutralize Green Goblin's psychological leverage through rapid threat elimination. Heat vision targeting shifts from defensive applications to offensive equipment destruction that eliminates Green Goblin's tech advantages. Superman's greatest tactical success comes from recognizing the psychological manipulation and choosing to end the confrontation quickly rather than allowing extended engagement. His speed increase overwhelms Green Goblin's ability to maintain evasion while deploying psychological pressure tactics. Superman wins through systematic destruction of Green Goblin's tech advantages, followed by direct physical confrontation that neutralizes enhanced human abilities. His tactical analysis identifies equipment dependencies in Green Goblin's combat approach and targets those systems for elimination, rather than trying to counter each individual weapon. Heat vision proves most effective at disabling glider systems and destroying weapon stockpiles faster than Green Goblin can deploy them effectively. Superman's toughness allows him to tank remaining explosive attacks while closing to hand range where enhanced human abilities prove insufficient against Kryptonian strength. Green Goblin's psychological tactics prove counterproductive as they motivate Superman to end the threat quickly rather than attempting capture or conversion. His enhanced reflexes provide limited tactical advantage when facing opponents whose speed exceeds human reaction abilities by multiple orders of magnitude. Superman's victory stems from recognizing when psychological manipulation becomes the primary threat and responding with appropriate force escalation that eliminates the source rather than managing symptoms. His tactical approach proves that overwhelming physical superiority can overcome tech and psychological advantages when applied with sufficient tactical discipline. Green Goblin's defeat results from overconfidence and psychological manipulation against opponents whose moral framework includes necessary force application when civilian lives are threatened. Superman shows that direct tactical approaches backed by massive power advantages can overcome complex strategies when the power gap exceeds the opponent's ability to compensate through technology and manipulation. Share your thoughts on whether more prep time could have changed this outcome for Green Goblin.